Hello students, today we are going to solve the exercise of lesson number 5 Inside the Atom, Standard 8, Maharashtra Board, and myself Mrs. Prachi Surudikar will explain you the question and answers of exercise of lesson number 5 of your science. If you have not watched my previous videos, please watch the previous videos for better understanding. And also, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. So, let us start with the exercise question and answers. The first question is answer the following. The question is what is the difference in the atomic models of Thomson and Rutherford? So we have to write the difference between the two models. Thomson and Rutherford are the two scientists who proposed the structure of the atomic model, and their atoms, the structure of atom is known as the atomic model. They have different postulates which are stated in their atomic models, and we have to write the difference between these two models. So let us start to write the difference between Thomson theory or Thomson's atomic model and Rutherford atomic model. So in Thomson's atomic model, electrons are embedded in a positively charged solid material which is spherical in shape. So he has not he has said that the electrons and protons are present everywhere in the spherical shape of an atom. But Rutherford states that an atom is composed of atomic nucleus around which electrons are revolving in an orbit. Thomson's atomic model does not give any detail about the atomic nucleus. What is nucleus? Nucleus is present at the center of the atom which is having positively charged elements in it. But Thomson have not proved or have not give any evidence of presence of such nucleus at the center of the atom. But Rutherford explains the atomic nucleus which is present at the center of the atom. Thomson states that electrons are uniformly distributed in an atom, but Rutherford states that electrons are located around a central solid material. Central solid material is nucleus, and around that nucleus the electrons are continuously revolving. So around the nucleus electrons are revolving. That was stated by the Rutherford. Thomson indicates that atom is spherical in shape, but Rutherford indicates that an atom has a central solid core called as nucleus which is surrounded by an electrons. Thomson does not give any idea about the constituents of nucleus. Rutherford states that the nucleus contains the two elements, that are protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons are the subatomic particles. They are present in the nucleus. It was told by the Rutherford, but it was not told or not stated by the Thomson. So this is the difference between the Thomson's atomic model and Rutherford's atomic model. Second question is what is meant by valency of an element? What is the relationship between the number of valence electrons and valency? So first you have to write the definition of valency over here. Valency means the number of chemical bonds formed by an atom. If any element is forming the four chemical bonds, then valency of that element is 4. If any element is forming two bonds, then the valency is 2. So valency is nothing but the number of chemical bonds that are formed by an atom. So this valency of an atom is determined by the configuration of its outermost shell, and therefore the outermost shell is called as valence shell. We all know that atom consists of nucleus at the center, and around that nucleus electrons are revolving around the atom. Now these electrons are revolving in a particular orbits or in a particular shell. Let us say K shell, which is the nearest shell to the nucleus, then L shell, then M shell. So Electrons who are present in the outermost shell of an atom are called as the valence electrons. Suppose in case of a sodium, the electronic configuration is 281. So in the last orbit, how many electrons are there? 1. So 1 is the valence electron of that atom. Now these electrons in the outermost shell are called as the valence electrons, and the valency of an atom is related to the number of valence electrons of that atom. Now the second question they have asked you, that what is the relationship between the number of valence electrons and valency? So the relationship is as follow. For example, the hydrogen, valency of hydrogen is 1. The electronic configuration of sodium is 281. Sodium has one valence electron which is similar with the valency of the hydrogen. So if the valence electrons are in between 1 to 3, means if an atom contains either 1 electron or 2 electrons or a 3 electrons in its last orbit, then the valency of that element is similar to the valence electrons. For example, if any element contains 1 valence electrons, then the valency will be 1. If 2 electrons are present in the outermost shell, then the valence will be 2. If 3 electrons are present, then the valence will be 3. So, the valency of element is similar to the valence electrons in case of the atom who are having the valence electrons in between 1, 2 and 3. But if the number of valence electrons are 4 or more than 4, then the valency is 8 minus valence electrons. For example, chlorine, the electronic configuration is 287. Here how many electrons in the outermost orbit? 7 electrons are there. So which is this number? 7 number is more than 4. So what will you do? 8 minus valence electrons means 8 minus 7. So is equal to 1. So what will be the valency of chlorine? 1 will be the valency of chlorine. What is meant by atomic mass number? Explain how the atomic number and mass number of carbon are 6 and 12 respectively. So atomic mass number is the sum of total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus. Atomic mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Atomic number is equal to number of protons is equal to number of electrons, and this atomic number is denoted by Z. Atomic mass number, which is the total of protons and neutrons, is denoted by the A. Now in case of a carbon, the number of protons are 6, number of electrons are 6, and hence the atomic number of carbon is 6. But mass number is the sum of protons plus neutrons. So proton and neutrons are in equal number generally. So 6 plus 6 is equal to 12, and hence the mass number of carbon is 12. Next question is, what is meant by subatomic particle? Give brief information of 3 subatomic particles with reference to electrical charge, mass and location. So atom is made up of some fundamental particles, and those fundamental particles are called as subatomic particles. There are 3 subatomic particles in an atom: proton, neutron and electron. So first, electron. Electron, the charge on electron is negative. So it is negatively charged subatomic particle. Now these electrons are located in the extranuclear part of the atom, and mass of an electron is 1800 times less than that of the hydrogen atom. So the mass of electron is considered to be negligible. Neutrons. Neutrons is an electrically neutral subatomic particle. Neutral means there will not be any charge on that particle. They are neither positive nor negative. So they are neutral subatomic particles. They are present in the nucleus and the mass of neutron is approximately 1 U, means 1 unit, which is almost equal to that of a proton. Proton. Proton is positively charged subatomic particles in the atomic nucleus. So each proton carries positive charge, that means 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. The number of protons in the nucleus of an atom is the atomic number of that element and it is denoted by Z. Mass of one proton is approximately 1 U, or we can say it is 1 Dalton. Question number 2. Question number 2 is give scientific reasons. First question, all the mass of an atom is concentrated in the nucleus. So here you are writing scientific reason, and the basic thing to represent the scientific reason in a good way is you have to write the sentence again, because and dash. That is very must. So all the masses of an atom is concentrated in the nucleus because dash. First point. Atom contains three subatomic particles: electrons, protons and neutrons, out of which nucleus present at the center of an atom contains two subatomic particles, that's protons and neutrons. The mass of nucleus is the sum of mass of protons and neutrons located at the center of an atom. An electron is very negligible as far as the mass is concerned, and hence all the mass of an atom is present in the nucleus of that atom. Second give reason is atom is electrically neutral. So atom is electrically neutral because, first point, in an atom electrons and protons carry charges. Second, protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged. Third, they are present in equal amount. Fourth, the positive charge is balanced by the negative charge, and hence the atom is electrically neutral. Next is atomic mass number is a whole number. The answer for this is atomic mass number is whole number because it is the sum of number of protons and neutrons, and these protons and neutrons are present in always in a whole number, and that is why the atomic mass number is also a whole number. Next is atoms are stable though negatively charged electrons are revolving within it. So the answer for this is atoms are stable though negatively charged electrons are revolving within it because, first, each atom contains equal number of protons and electrons. It means the positive charges are equal to the negative charges, and as they are present in equal amount they balance each other. So charge on negatively charged electrons are balanced by the charge on the positively charged protons, and therefore atom becomes electrically neutral, and as it is electrically neutral it is also the stable, and hence it is stable though the negatively charged electrons are revolving within it. Now the question number 3 is define the following terms. First is atom. So atom is the smallest particle of an element which retains its chemical identity in all the physical and chemical changes. So whatever physical chemical changes occur, atom does not change its properties. It is always unique. It is the main structural functional unit of an atom, of a matter. Second is isotope. Some elements in nature have atoms with same atomic number but different mass number. Such atom of the same element are having different mass numbers are called as isotopes. If we want to give the example for this is the carbon. Carbon is C612 and carbon 14. So carbon 12 and carbon 14 are the isotopes where their atomic numbers are same but atomic mass numbers are different. Atomic number. The number of electrons in an atom constitute the atomic number. Atomic mass number. The total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus are called as atomic mass number. The next is moderator in nuclear reactor. So moderator of nuclear reactor is a substance that slows down the speed of the neutrons. In traditional nuclear reactors, the moderator is the same thing as that of the coolant like water. Question number 4 is draw a neat labeled diagram. The first diagram is Rutherford's scattering experiment. So here is the diagram in front of you. You can copy this diagram. You can see the fluorescent screen, gold foil, slate, alpha particle emitter. So you have to write, you have to draw it neatly, and you have to label it also neatly. Second is Thomson's model of atom. So in Thomson's model of atom, you can just draw the sphere and the positive and negatively charged particles embedded in it. Next is magnesium. So in case of the magnesium, its atomic number is 12. So you can see that around the nucleus in the first orbit you have to draw 2 electrons. In the second orbit you have to draw 8 electrons. And in the third orbit you have to draw 2 electrons. The next is argon. The atomic number of argon is 18. So you have to draw the nucleus. In the first orbit or in the first circle around the nucleus, you will draw the 2 electrons. In the second shell, you have to draw 8 electrons, and in the another shell, last shell, that is also you have to draw there again 8 electrons. So these are the diagrams. Now the next question is fill in the blanks. So electron, proton, neutron are the types of subatomic particles in an atom. Subatomic particle is the answer. An electron carries a negative charge. The shell, the electron shell K is nearest to the nucleus. Electronic configuration of magnesium is 282. From this we can understand that the valence shell of magnesium is M shell. The valency of hydrogen is 1 as per the molecular formula H2O. Therefore, the valency of Fe turns out to be dash as per the formula Fe2O3. If you look here, H2O, O, to subscript O, there is nothing written. It means 1 and hence the valence is 1. So now if you want the valency of Fe, you have to write the number which is the subscript number of the oxygen O. So that subscript number is 3. You will write the answer 3 over here. Question number 6 is match the pairs. Protons. Protons are always positively charged. Electrons are always negatively charged. And neutrons are neutral. Question number 7 is deduce from the datum. In the data, sodium atomic number is given 11 and mass number is given 23, and what you have to find, you have to find the neutron number. To find out the neutron number, you must know that the mass number contains the number of protons plus neutrons. So protons are equal to the electrons, and number of electrons means the atomic number. So atomic number is 11, means number of electrons are 11. It means number of protons are 11. The mass number is 23. So you will just subtract 23 minus 11 and you will get the answer, which is the neutron number. Mass number is always the superscript of the element. So carbon 14 is the mass number. Proton number is nothing but it is written at the base of that element, that is 17. So proton number for chlorine is 17. So students, we have completed the exercise of lesson number 5. The next exercise of lesson number 6 we will watch in our next video. Thank you very much and thanks for watching.